I cannot believe that it is already the last day of school, and this year I really, genuinely, authentically mean it. This has been one of the best years for me personally and professionally, and I've enjoyed it so much, from the staff to the students. We've been really, really blessed this year. Very, very few issues, very few challenges, just a great group all around, and we've enjoyed having you guys along for the ride, parents, and we're excited that you're here this morning to kind of put I said the nail in the coffin. Maybe that's a little too morbid, maybe a little too macabre this morning, but to put the cherry on top, maybe, of the 24-25 school year. Of course, we'll be here this evening at 7 o'clock, recognizing our seniors as they do their last walk across the stage and head out into the next phase of their life. But for the rest of you, life goes on. The next chapter will start just in a couple of months. It feels like it is kind of sad to start talking about the next school year, but it really is just like that we'll be back and we'll be talking about 25, 26. So there's always things to look forward to. We're excited. We're excited for our juniors to transition over to the senior section. And we are excited to welcome our seniors, who will be the graduating class of 2025, into the sanctuary this morning. So just in tradition, I'm going to have you stand and we're going to play Pomp and Circumstance and welcome them in this morning. Thank you. Thank you so much. They're all here. They were all here on time. They're all dressed the way they're supposed to, except for maybe one who has his jacket zipped all the way up. But I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to do our senior recognitions, and then we're going to let them go. And they do not. That's their reward, I guess, is they don't have to endure the entirety of the awards ceremony. So they will be receiving pins for their accomplishments. Some of the teachers did go ahead and make them certificates, but they do receive pins as well for each of these academic pins like that. So the first ones that I want to recognize are our 5 senior scholar athletes, and that is Kate Williams, Josh Ikoja, Avelia and Evelina Hansen, and Donzel Collins. And yeah, so you're going to come up here and get them, because I'm not walking every single one down there. And thank you for that. All right, let's see. Here is Josh, okay, Evelina. I got to find it. Hold on, Donnie. Yeah, you can give them a round of applause for that. And then we have our service club. There are 2 members of our service club that are seniors, and that is Kate Williams and Josh Ikoja. They have their names on them. Their names are on the bags. Your sweet wife did that. Then we have 2 members of our student council that we will be replacing in the spring, and we have enjoyed having them this year in their leadership, and that is Kate Williams and Roberto Garcia. And they will be replaced in the 25-26 school year with Maddox Smith and Amy Pacheco. We do have a fairly, nice induction ceremony that we do for our Honor Society students, and at that time we actually give them pins and certificates, and that is a special celebration just for that accomplishment. But we want to shout out those seniors again for being a part of Honor Society. They'll also be recognized tonight for their academic achievement. But there are 4 students that were members of our American Christian Honor Society here at the school. That is Claire and Laurel Eisenman, Kate Williams, and Joshi Koja. I'm going to come back to that. Let me go over that. Okay, so the next several pins that I'm going to give out are for the highest grade point average in the courses that they took. And so each of those senior classes are going to get a pin. And then some of the classes that were not necessarily senior classes, but the courses that had seniors in them, if they dominated that class, then they get a shout out. And so our seniors, they take a half credit of apologetics and they take a half credit of college prep. And both of those credits, those half credits, come together to create 1 credit for them. Both of those are going to the same student, and that is Claire Eisenman. The next class that we're going to recognize is our, and I don't see the pen. I don't think I have one up here, so I'll have to grab that. The next pin is for the Honors Anatomy course, and you can go ahead and come up here, but that goes to Prawn, and I will grab your pin momentarily. Here you go. Yeah, I'll grab your pen in just a second. All right. Next is our honors, honors pre-calculus course, and that goes to Kate Williams. So for English 4, there actually are 3 students that are receiving highest GPA. They all finished with a 94 in their English 4 course, and that is going to be Kate Williams, Claire Eisenman, and Laurel Eisenman. Okay. Claire. All right, next up is our Bible 4, and there are also 3 students that were at the top of the class in Bible 4, or 12th grade Bible, and that is Joshi Koja, Roberto Garcia, and Kate Williams. Because of how schedules fall, sometimes we put students in different Bible tracks. Sometimes that happens depending on the math courses that they've taken. At any rate, whatever the reason, Claire Eisenman was in Bible 2 this year, in the 10th grade Bible class, and she actually finished with the highest GPA in that course. So I have a pin and a certificate for you. All right. With the highest GPA in Spanish 2, so I teach Spanish 1 and Spanish 2, and my Spanish 1 course is 9th and 11th graders. My Spanish 2 course was 10th and 12th graders, and so I gave out the highest average as if they were a separate course. The senior who had the highest grade this year in Spanish 2 was Joshi Koja. All right, I have a few art awards. We had several seniors in our art course. 2 awards that are being given out, they're both going to receive pins. The most outstanding art student is going to go to Laurel Eisenman. And then a subtle distinction. Who did I do? I'm sorry. The Amazing Artist Award, they're the same pin, is going to go to Claire. Also, I'm going to do our honor roll, and I want you to just stay up here for honor roll so that we can take a photo. On A-B honor roll, and this is for the entire year. This is not just the fourth quarter, and so sometimes that can be confusing, but this will be the entire year, their performance. On A-B honor roll is going to be Josh Ikoja. Evelina Hansen. And Kate Williams. On A honor roll for the entire year is Claire Eisenman, Laurel Eisenman, and Pran Muck. And will you take a photo, Christy or Tabitha? Okay, perfect. So those are all of those awards. I do want to give out just, I found the science pin, Prawn. You want to come get that? And then there were two more supplemental awards for art, not necessarily related to GPA performance, but just their improvement. And then this one is also for most original idea. So the most original idea is going to go to, it fits. It's Avelia. The most outside of the box thinker. And I think it might be a nice way of saying, there you go. And then the most improved artist is Evelina Hansen. All right, the NCCSA, which is one of the two associations that we compete in athletically, they allot us the opportunity to nominate one girl and one boy to be members of the All-State Academic Athletic Team. This is a student who competes and typically is active in more than one sports season and also shows, outstanding scholastic performance. And so this year for our All-State Academic Athletic Team, we have selected Chloe Jones and Joel Bomana. All right, last but not least for me, and I will get the opportunity to come back and do my Spanish grades. We each year, and I know if you've been here, then you get tired of the redundance of this explanation, but I think it's important. We have our 6th through 12th grade classes vote, the students vote, who would represent their class best as the Christian Character nominee and the Student of the Year nominee. The Christian Character, of course, revolves around spiritual attitude, the attitudes of the heart, service, leadership, those types of things. Student of the Year implies that they are heavily involved in the culture of Shining Light Academy. That includes their Christian character, but also their academic, athletic, and arts performance, how involved they are. And so from the senior class, the Christian character nominee was Josh Ikoja, and the Student of the Year nominee, just come up, that's fine. And the Student of the Year nominee was Kate Williams. So at the end of the year, we vote on those, and the entire school is submitted with a ballot, and they choose the Christian character that represents the middle and high school, and the Student of the Year that represents the middle and the high school. They can vote on one student, and it was by quite a large margin These two seniors were elected the Christian Character of the Year for 2024-2025 and Student of the Year for 2024-2025. And this is our senior class, and I think that I have covered all of my bases there with the seniors. I don't think I've missed anything, or if anyone wants to say anything, I guess speak now, because when they go out those doors, they will be back only one more time as a SLA student, and that will be tonight at 7 p.m. for their commencement service. So, if all hearts are clear, as they say, I'm going to have you stand one more time, and we're going to let that music roll, and we're going to send our seniors out. So close. So close. And it is our shining light tradition that once the senior class has vacated the premises, the juniors become seniors. And so we would like to welcome our junior class to come and sit in the senior section this morning. The class of 2026. There you go, front and center. Last time. All right, I am going to have Mr. Page. Dr. Johnson is he is out of town attending one of his relatives' graduation, and so he was unable to be here today and this evening. He spoke to our seniors on Wednesday night in our baccalaureate service, and so Mr. Page is going to do his awards this morning.
All right. We have a list here, and this is not my class, so I don't care about these people. But we have a list here. First of all, we'll go with these Service Club Awards, recognize juniors that were in the Service Club. One of them is not here today. It is Zach Avaro, but also Jackson Ellis. You'll come up and get the certificate for Service Club. Yeah, I was going to do them. Do you want me to do them now? I was going to do them last. Okay. Also, with the actual Bible awards, for Bible 1, that is the 9th grade Bible, sort of. For Bible 1, the award for highest GPA goes to Hannah Cook. No pressure, no rush. Good job, Hannah. For Bible 2, which is the class after Bible 1, the award, Claire received the award as a senior in that class, but for the sophomore in Bible 2 with the highest GPA, that award goes to Chloe Jones. You might guess that Bible 3 is next, and if so, you're very astute. In Bible 3, the award for highest GPA goes to Samuel Johnson. Dr. J also got to teach. He had the privilege of teaching 6th grade 2 times back to back, and I know he adored that very greatly. He let me know very many times how thankful he was for that, especially when he had lunch duty. So he had 6th grade, and then middle school lunch duty. So he just got like 2.5, 3 hours of his day with them, and I know they loved it too. So With his 6th grade history and 6th grade health, these are not the same award. However, they are going to the same person. That would be Ella Smith. Also, there are nominees, as was mentioned, from each class for Christian Character and for Student of the Year. The Christian Character nominee from the 11th grade class was Joel Bamana. And the Student of the Year nominee from the junior class is Jackson Ellis. Last but not least, we have our honor roll certificates for the junior class. Again, once they are, when you're called up here, please stay up here so we can get a picture of the class for that. So, on AB honor roll, first and foremost, we have Alex Lash. Also on AB honor roll, we have Jolyn Ramah, who I believe is also not here. You might not need to stay up here for a picture because there might not be anyone. Next on AV Honor Roll, we have Jake Williams. We have 2 on A Honor Roll from 11th grade. We have, first up, Joel Bamana. And last but certainly not least, we have Samuel Johnson on A Honor Roll. All right. I believe I have accomplished my duties as Dr. Johnson. I will leave you with his words of wisdom that life is tough and then you die. So, with that being said, Mrs. J, you are up to bat.
Did you do?
Yeah, I gave it.
Okay, sister. Y'all are beautiful. Okay. Now, am I doing Christian character and student? Yes. Okay. And are they these pens right here? Yeah, I got you. Okay. All righty. I'll do that last. Okay. The first awards I'd like to give our service club. Of course, this is a wonderful opportunity for y'all to serve your community, serve your school, serve in a lot of ways that are important. This is good for your transcripts, just to let you know. The first 10th grader is Josh Nailing. Come on up. Second, Angie Batanco. Where is she? She's not here today. Amy Pacheco. Thank you, darling. Harry Uefo. And Chloe Jones. Thank you.
Yeah, Harry's.
Yeah, I just hand. Oh, I didn't hand it to you. Okay.
Good job, Harry.
All right. Okay. The next thing I'm going to call out are highest grade point averages for oh, that's English 9. I'm going English 10. Never mind. Okay. Certificate of Achievement. Okay. Okay. So, right here, I guess. Yeah, but those aren't 10. Do what one?
Okay, just go in order.
Well, that's what I thought.
Okay, here's 11, 10.
All right.
There's 11.
All right. 11th grade, Samuel Johnson for English 11, highest grade point average 98. I'm sorry, I got confused. Okay. Okay. Highest grade point average in American history, Asher Soku. Okay. Highest grade point average in creative writing, Abigail Anderson. Okay, and then this award is a certificate of achievement. She's not here. I should have given it to her earlier. She did an amazing job being my aide. It was for Kate Williams. Okay. Okay, then we've got our, let's see, English 9. Did I get this? English 9, highest grade point average, Maddox Smith. Okay.
And him too.
And he tied with Hannah and Rapaka. English 10, highest grade point average, Chloe Jones. Okay. Okay, AB honor roll. 10th grade, Angie Batanco. Did I say it wrong?
That's fine.
Gabby Pritchett, AB honor roll. Amy Pacheco, AB honor roll. Josh Pike, I don't think he's here. Josh Pike, AB honor roll. Harry Wayfote, AB honor roll. Okay, A honor roll, 10th grade, Chloe Jones. And 10th grade, Josh Nailing. Am I doing Christian character? Okay. All right, Christian character nominee, Chloe Jones.
Just take a picture.
Student of the year, Josh Nailing. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, first up, we have for Service Club, Maddox Smith. This is the 9th grade. Thank you. And then I have highest GPA in 6th grade Bible, Ella Smith. And let me just go ahead and get her other one too, because she also had the highest grade in 6th grade math. Okay. She really could probably just stand up here the whole time and get all the awards. Let's see. I also have Sang Ndong, 7th Bible, highest GPA. Good job, Sang. I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. Abby Norris, highest GPA in 8th Bible. Well, I tried to ask him. Okay. Highest GPA in 7th grade math was Paul Johnson. And this one was very close. It was between two. It was between two, and they were separated by 0.5 points. So it's very close. And then highest GPA for pre-algebra in 8th grade was Byron Galicia. And then I have a perfect attendance certificate for one AJ Cruz. Congratulations on that. High honor that is. Yep. And then I have one more award, and this is the Outstanding Helper Award, and this is for Pranay Dachuri. And me and Pranay spent every day this year during 7th period together for 40 minutes straight doing everything in our class. Much deserved award, if I can say. Our Christian character nominee for 9th grade rather was Maddox Smith. Who had one? Was it this one?
Christian.
And then our Student of the Year nominee for ninth grade was AJ Cruz, and we may need to recount the votes on that one. May need to recount the votes. Can we do that? Can we have a recount? All right, and then lastly, we have our honor roll, and in AB, honor roll in ninth grade is Hannah Cook. And then for A honor roll, also our freshman marshals, AJ Cruz, Hannon Rapaka, and Maddox Smith.
All right. Good morning, everybody. All right, we're gonna go by biblical here, and everybody's done their Student of the Year stuff last. I'm gonna go with the last shall be first, and we're gonna get those folks out of the way. I'm going in order as I was supposed to. Thank you. So our eighth grade nominees, Christian Character and Student of the Year. Our Christian Character nominee is not here today. That was Danny Lomu in his first year. He was nominated Christian Character. I thought that was great. Student of the Year nominee, and we're going to get an even louder applause for him, but that was Pranay Dechuri. Great job, Pranay. All right, so those were our nominees on the ballot this year. And let's move into Service Club. We had one member that is not here today. That was Melina Kennedy. And then another Service Club member was Tori Quick. All right. And then our following awards will be for the highest GPA in the 6 academic classes that I taught. And the first one will go with 7th grade. I had them for study skills, and the highest GPA in that class was Sang Ndong. So Sang, come on up. Next academic class was 8th grade life skills, which turned out to be one of my favorite classes this year, not only because it was my homeroom, but because I really enjoyed the curriculum. Next, it was Abby Norris was the highest GPA in life skills. All right. Next was 8th grade world history. And it might be the last time I teach that curriculum. We're changing to a new curriculum next year for 8th grade. So the highest GPA for that class was Emily Cumby. Come on up. And then good job, yeah, absolutely. Clap again, that's fine. And then moving into the high school academic classes for American history, predominantly is freshman level class, had a few seniors in there, but the highest GPA in American history was Maddox Smith. All right, I will go slightly off course, Ms. Blaylock, just because the next award, or the same person is getting the other 2 awards, so we're going to go here. But with government and economics, predominantly sophomore class with a few seniors, the highest GPA there was Josh Nailing. All right, and then I have 2 awards going to the same person. The first one will be the highest GPA in his class, which was high school world history. And then I'm giving out a history award for the first time and 4 years teaching here. Yeah, 3 years teaching here. But I created it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was deserving for him. I'm giving out the History Buff Award. Quite often I get called nerd and dork by my colleagues, Coach Bailey, and other students, just because of how much I enjoy history and things like that. And then I get called out by my wife often with how many times I give fun historical facts at home. But History Buff Award and the highest GPA for high school world history is going to go to my buddy who I enjoy talking to every class, Jake Williams. All right. And then the perfect attendance certificate. And man, teachers, can you not agree? There's some students you wish wouldn't get a perfect attendance award. Some you wish would miss a day or two. But the last, we had two, or I'm sorry, just one. Well, just one. And it is going to Byron Galacia. I didn't mind having Byron in class. He was a good student. There's just others you wish would miss some days, and you're glad when they do. All right. Hey, I was close, by the way. All right. Moving on to our honor roll. We'll go with AB honor roll, and students, please remember to stay on the stage for a photo. First, AB honor roll for the year, correct? For the year? Pranay Dechuri. McCray Deku. And the last for AB honor roll, Byron Galacia. And for A honor, and there were others that are not here. I can mention them. Izzy Carter was AB honor roll. Atlantis Johnson, Addison Range, and Paula Salmaron were AB honor roll as well. And for all A honor roll, we have Emily Cumby and Abby Norris. And that is all. And now you can endure Coach Bailey.
Come on down. Did that make up for it? He said he loved you.
I don't know why you would make fun of me. That's for you, Jackson. Okay, for our Christian Character Award for 7th grade, our nomination was Bella Byerly. Okay, I thought you said way to be Christian. Our Student of the Year nominee is Saint Ndong. We had 2 service club members in 7th grade. Our first award goes to Lily Donor. Lily. Our second award goes to Lillian Waguru. And I have our PE awards. Our first certificate goes to Ella Smith. Ella, good job, Ella. Well done, Ella. I'm so proud of you. Our 7th grade PE award goes to Bella Byerly.
And in ninth grade, I had first semester I had PE, and then second semester they had health. So for our first semester PE, as shocking as this is going to be to most people, the award goes to Maddox Smith. For our second half of the year, we had health, and the highest average in the class goes to Hannah and Rapaka. And the moment most of us have been waiting for, the eighth grade goes to Pranay Dachiri. For my electives, I had middle school fitness and high school fitness. For middle school fitness, the award goes to Caden Krebs. For high school fitness, it goes to Shepard Hansen. We also had a perfect attendance award that goes to Lillian Waguru. Now remember, as your name is called for AB Honor Roll and AR Honor Roll, please stay up here for a picture. Our first AB, AB, why did I say it like that? For AB Honor Roll, the first one goes to Lillian Donor. For our second AB, we have Jadio Jimenez. For our third AB, we have Nathan Kojop. Is he here? Nathan Kojop is not here. Nathan Kojop. For our fourth, we have Manaya Lofton. Manaya, your shoe is untied. Please fix that before you fall. For our A honor roll, we have Isabella Byerly. For our next A honor roll, we have Paul Johnson. For our third A honor roll, we have Sain Ndong. And I apologize, this got put at the bottom, but for AB honor roll, last and certainly least, Asher Soku. I'm going to step away from the platform and not make fun of Coach Money.
I will go on.
All right, first we're going to do the sixth grade Christian Character and Student of the Year nominees. Christian Character went to Caden Krebs. Student of the Year went to Nathaniel Mayo. I don't think he's here. I'm going to recognize the service club from sixth grade, and that's Lily Jones, Ella Smith, and Valentina Cook. The highest GPA in sixth grade English was Ella Smith. Highest GPA in 7th grade English was Sang. Highest GPA in 8th grade English went to Abby Norris. Highest GPA in my computer class was Amy Pacheco. I will say, though, in my computer class, I only had 5 students, but I will say that Javon Collins down here, if I were to give him an award, it would be like the most enthusiastic, most motivated. I mean, he was teaching me stuff that I didn't even know because he's just all about computer. So thank you for your help this year. All right, I've got some journalism awards to hand out. She's not here, but for my middle school, if I were to honor anyone, it would be Melina. Melina would definitely tell you what's wrong with it. But she was always thrilled to death to go and deliver newsletters and making sure she gets her work done. And I think she made the class laugh a lot. All my workers in middle school were great. And it was hard to just choose one, but she was the one that stood out in my brain. My high school journalism, I wanted to recognize Amy Pacheco as my editor-in-chief. I could not have done this year without her. What did I put? Managing editor. And then Chloe Jones helped both me and her. I think she helped me more than she helped Amy, but she was my managing editor, and she has learned a lot about photo editing. So I'm going to throw her under the bus. If your pictures are late, it was her fault this year, not mine. Just kidding. She's great, absolutely great. Both of them ran that department. I for once, got to sit back and just chill. And if she were here, I don't think she's here, but Chrisia White, I was going to give her leadership in journalism as well. She wanted to be the boss so bad. She wanted to be Amy more than, there's times she would come to me and go, Miss Key, you got to make me this next year. And I'm like, no, it's kind of earned, and Amy's got that spot, so I'm sorry. But gosh darn it, she helped run that department as well in her own little opinion. Little clashing opinions, but I do want to appreciate her for stepping up and be willing to help when I needed her help. 7th grade most improved in English, I'm going to give to Madison Broach. I barely have had to correct her much this year, and that's the massive improvement for her. And then I have 3 that I want to recognize for being a massive help to me in 8th grade this year, 8th grade English. I had a student, and I'll just call him, Pranay needed a lot of extra help this year, although he has improved tremendously. I've now got his handwriting down to 3 lines instead of 6. But as far as educationally wise, these 3 have always been willing to step up and help me when I needed to teach the class, but have him do something separate as well. And that goes to Tori Quick, Emily Cumby, and Izzy Carter. So I gave them a leadership award.
Are you going to come get your awards?
Put that on. That's funny.
Here, let me see. Not for name. Tori, Emily.
Tori, you got the leadership award because I don't know what is. Sorry. Perfect attendance for 6th grade is Ella Smith and Valentina Cook. AB honor roll for 6th grade, Valentina Cook and Layla Norman. We got Cleopatra coming. Little Miss Cleopatra over there, all them jewels. All right, A honor roll goes to Lily Jones, Caden Krebs, Fiona Maxwell, Nisa Rapaka, and Ella Smith.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you want it? Okay. Go through awards really quickly first. I taught a 6th grade science class for the first semester, and thankfully it was only for one semester. They didn't feel that way, but no, they were funny. They were fun. They were a lot, but they were fun. And they're still a lot every day when they come by my room when they're supposed to be in their other classes and ask me to take them back. So, but for the first semester of 6th grade science, that award goes to Ella Smith. For Algebra 1, so some of our 8th graders who are a little bit advanced in math are able to take Algebra 1 their 8th grade year to get a little bit ahead. And this year, one of the 8th graders actually won the award for highest GPA in the class. So definitely a big congratulations to Tori Quick for Algebra 1. Geometry came down to 2 students, and it was about 2 something points between their grades, and if it was between Chloe and Hannon, and they were both right there. And if the award were for arts and crafts and putting things on my desk, it would have definitely been Chloe. But given that the award was for highest GPA, it is still Chloe. Chloe, congratulations, you got geometry. I will give Hannon a shout out, though. Hannon is a 9th grader, so he's a year ahead in geometry, and he almost took that award as well. So certainly a great year from him. And then last but not least, as far as academic awards go, we have Algebra 2. I really don't have to, it's not really a question. There's one student that I had that scored higher on the SAT than I have ever seen one of my students score. He very regularly had to, when we would do stuff in math, sometimes he would say, "Mr. Page, I need to remember how to do this the normal way because I've been doing it the fast way, and I don't, I've been using my graphing software and all that stuff." But probability did throw him for a loop a little bit, but other than that, he was doing pretty well. That award goes to Joel Bamana. And then last but certainly not least, this is not an academic award at all. It is actually athletic. It has nothing to do with my classes, but I did happen to be the head coach of the middle school boys basketball team this year, who were able to take away a state championship. And as such, we have some medals that we want to award them with for their championship. So if you are a boy on the middle school boys basketball team this year, go ahead and come on up. We have a medal for you right now. I'm not going to go and name. A little something extra to honor them for that win this year. We have several that are not here. I get my own. I get one too. I'm a winner. It says it right here. Okay. It doesn't actually say, it says champion, but anyhow. That is it for me. So one last round of applause for the middle school boys as Miss Davis comes up to the platform.
So this year I was the middle and high school art teacher. And so we have some awards for our students in art. We actually had fine arts night, so they got some of their awards ahead, but this is just for most outstanding student for the year in each grade. So for 6th grade, our most outstanding student was Mason Hildreth. For 7th grade, it was Lillian Wagru. 8th grade was Jaden Dow. 10th, he's not here, was Carter Jones. For 11th, it was Natalie Garcia. And then our 12th graders were already honored. We also had a special award this year. She's actually not here either, but an improvement award for Alexa Shropshire. And then our class actually worked on a little project. This is for Miss Blaylock. We want her to come up for just a second. So all of our students actually drew her favorite things and a picture of her. Miss Olivia actually drew the picture of Miss Blaylock, and we put all her favorite things on there for the year. So it's a little memory of us and our class for 2025. Thank you, Miss Blaylock. And I also wanted to say a special thanks to Miss Olivia. She came in December as my assistant. She was here every day with your kiddos, and she was a huge blessing to me, a huge help, and I enjoyed my time with her. She's actually going to be your new art teacher next year, so choose that as your elective. You will love art this year, for sure.
Thank you. You want to say anything?
Shout out to Miss Amber. It was her first year, and she absolutely killed it.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that very much. I have the distinct, just so much honor of teaching Spanish. And the greatest thing about teaching Spanish is how much my students love it and look forward to it, and how much they participate and care and study. And I love that about Spanish. It's wonderful. In all reality, the Spanish 1 class that I had this year is legitimately the best Spanish 1 class I have taught. I told them that the other day, and I do really mean that. They have really applied themselves and worked at it and tried to. Spanish is such that if you don't really lock in from the get-go, it just gets harder and harder and harder, and it is impossible to get yourself dug out if you fall into a hole. It just is. And so I tried to get them to understand that, and it took a little bit, but eventually they kind of caught on. After a few bad grades, they were like, oh, okay, she's not playing. I mentioned earlier that I do teach 9th and 11th grade at the same time in the same class, so kind of a big class. Had 22 in my Spanish 1 class, but I went ahead and did a highest freshman average and a highest overall average. So the highest GPA in Spanish 1, and he would also be the highest junior average, is Samuel Johnson. If Joel hadn't said, well, I just had something to do when it was time to do that chapter review, it would have been you. But you had something to do, and so Sam, he pulled it out. The highest freshman average, and I think that he was the 3rd overall, but he was the highest freshman average, goes to Hannon Rapaka. In Spanish 2, I've already given out, of course, the pin for the highest senior average, and that was Josh Ikoja, but I mentioned that the sophomores are also in there, so the highest sophomore average, and it was really close between Josh and Chloe, and it was Chloe this time. And then finally, I have I do really genuinely feel like it is an honor to teach the leadership class. That is one of my favorite classes that I've had the opportunity to teach here at Shining Light, and I love it. And we did a lot of fun stuff this year. It is not just a throwaway class. They do work, they do projects, they do assignments, they do papers. We did analytical reviews of a couple of movies and had discussions. We read part of Mere Christianity together. So it's a good class, and it's a lot of fun. And I've had a lot of fun with this group. This is probably my favorite group that I've had the opportunity to teach leadership to, and maybe one of my favorites, if not my favorite, that I've taught in general when they're not complaining. And so I did the highest GPA. I thought about doing some other awards, but we've had some ups and downs with what leadership looks like, and they're still learning to apply that. But the highest overall GPA in the class goes to Samuel Johnson. Okay, before I let Miss E come, I have a very special award that makes me laugh. And some of you won't get it or laugh, and that's fine. But I felt like I had to do this. Back in December, and I guess our honor roll chapel would have been in January, we had some students who didn't get work turned in. And I tend to be fairly lenient with my makeup work. As long as they turn it in, by the end of the semester, I will give them partial to full credit, just depending on how they do and what they do. And yeah, just hit the, there you go. We're having just some technical difficulties, it's just how it works. Anyway, long story short, one of my students did not have their stuff made up, had been sick. And so I extended my deadline a little bit for her, but because report cards came out and we had honor roll chapel and those things were not made up, when she got her report card and we had honor roll chapel, it came out that she had a B in Spanish. And that was the worst thing that had ever happened to her. And so, I thought that was just the funniest thing ever. I thought it was hilarious later when I walked into her grandma's class and saw it crumpled up, her certificate crumpled in the middle of the room. And I picked it up and I said to myself, I'm going to frame that, and I'm going to give her her AB honor roll certificate to take home with her to always remember the time that you made a B. So that is for you, Chloe. All right, Missy.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Eisenman. I had the pleasure of teaching middle and high school science this year. My awards that I'm giving out are for highest GPA. These students are very inquisitive. They're chasing their A's. They're hardworking. They seek to find out why they got something wrong. They're always working very hard, and I'm very proud of them. In 7th grade, that is Paul Johnson. Eighth grade, the honor goes to McCrae Daku.
Earth science, huh?
Earth science. Okay. I neglected to say that was for life science for Paul. For physical science, Stephen Reyes. I don't think he's here. Okay, highest GPA. Okay. Moving on again in high school for biology, highest GPA, Amy Pacheco. Okay. And then for chemistry, Samuel Johnson.
You can if you would like to. Okay. She's not here.
Isabel Carter's not here, but I had an academic excellence for consistent effort and just real diligence getting her A's all year and working very hard. And I had honor for her. So I just wanted to mention it. Okay. Thank you.
You want to go? You're after him. If you want to go, he can come down.
I got the privilege of teaching shop class. And to date, everybody has all their fingers and toes. So we had a successful year. We had a couple of students that were really excellent at testing my resilience to pain. I have this student right here that I'm giving this award to. He's the only student to ever run a screw in my hand, and he's still alive. Accidents happen in the shop class. And this guy here is like the Energizer rabbit on steroids. Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I put this? Hold on. You're going to hurt somebody. You didn't hurt me. And I want to give a recognition to this kid. He was a sweet kid, and he always wanted to do something. Uriah Hanson. You still love me? Thank you.
All right. Middle school STEM. Neither of these ladies are here. I only had 2 students, so they each got one, Addison and Paula. High school, it was a little complicated. They all had basically the exact same grade. They're going to say that I've given it to my favorite 2 students, but everybody that I teach knows I don't have any favorites. So these are the 2 that completed the most units in the STEM, 26 units together, and they were a team. Hannon and Jackson Ellis.
Just give those to Christy. All right. I do want to say this in closing. I think that's everything. I think we have covered everything, everyone. And so in just about 13 minutes, the school year will end for all of you except for our seniors. And I've mentioned that several times, but it's always very exciting and bittersweet to see our seniors walk across the stage, and they'll be doing that this evening at 7 o'clock. But it is our habit to nominate each year. Our faculty and staff nominate the 3 teachers that they think are deserving of being nominated for Teacher of the Year. And then those 3 that are nominated are submitted to the school, and the school votes for a Teacher of the Year. And this year, our top 3 that were on the ballot were Miss Lewis and Miss Bailey, and they're both elementary teachers, 1st and 5th respectively. So we recognized Miss Lewis a little bit at the 5th grade banquet, and we talked about Miss Bailey today. But the 3rd member who was nominated by the faculty staff and submitted to the school was Mr. Blaylock. And so I want to recognize him in front of you guys. And he made the ballot. So if you are curious or interested in who won that, and you can come tonight at 7 o'clock to find out who is the Teacher of the Year. And that is that. So I want to say thank you so much. I am human and I'm very fallible, and so I am also easily distracted, and these lights make me lose my train of thought every time. But there are so many people, I said it this morning at the end of elementary, there's so many people that are required to keep the level of instruction that we have, the level of excellence. There's so many people that have to spin so many plates. And we do have a fairly large staff for a small Christian school, but our small Christian school has tripled in just about 5 years. And so that means adding a lot of stuff and a lot of kids and a lot of structure, and that requires a lot of hands and a lot of willingness. And the people that got up here before you today, they are that, willing servants, leadership, I believe, and try to instill in our students and our staff alike. That leadership is made up of our service and how much of ourselves we give and pour into what we do. And so I want to say thank you. I could go through each of you and talk about the different things that you bring. But I'm going to save everyone's time and not make things awkward and just ask you to stand and give you guys, parents and students that are still here, the opportunity to say thank you. Yeah, just the staff, just the faculty and staff, the opportunity to be celebrated. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Every single one of them, thank you. You guys can be seated. Every single one of them does something beyond what they do. So they teach 8 to 3, and then a lot of them coach, and several of them, between Christy and JD, we could all just leave and our coaching would still be intact because they coach so many things and are so involved that way. Mrs. J with fine arts, doing different parents' nights, different things like that. I know Olivia and Amber so much that they did there. Dr. J sat with so many times kids that needed tutoring, that needed makeup hours, and gave his time willingly. And I could just go all the way around the room. Caleb and Lee coaching Kim, everything she does with photography and journalism. And then, of course, in addition to the 10 hours that they're putting in typically every day, and sometimes more than that, they have lives that they have to balance and attend to and do such a masterful job of that. So I wanted to say thank you to them. And I did want to just mention Mrs. J, and I'm trying not to make a big fuss about it, but I want to say something in front of everybody. But this is her last year, and she'll be retiring. I said this morning in teachers' meeting, she's retiring for about the 3rd to 5th time, I'm not sure. And but she is going to be going out of the classroom for good, I think, this time, and is closing the door on that chapter of her life. She came in a time when it was very needed. It was not a want. It was not a hope. It was a necessity. And she came in and gave stability to our English program that had been kind of floundering, and did a great job. And truthfully, for anything you say or that she is or isn't, the truth is that her grades, her scores, it is demonstrated in their testing and their standardized test scores that they have improved as writers and as readers and students of grammar. And we have watched that trajectory, just that incline over these past few years, and she will be missed. I try not to give too much away before the year starts because I don't know how things will fall out. But we've got some things in the works for how to replace that. We're not panicking at all because we know that the Lord will provide. But we are, in a sense, grieving and will miss you very much. And, I don't know. I don't know. So I would like for you to give Mrs. J a round of applause. I think that I've mentioned everyone that I need to. Is there anyone that's going to be mad at me if I forget to mention you and you want to just raise your hand so that I can make sure I mention you and you don't get mad? Anybody want? I would be honest with you, I cannot even see that far back there. Oh, that's George. Well, George, thanks for nothing. Mr. Carter, Mr. Adam running the sound, Mr. Robinson got the live stream started for us. So much there. Danny and JD do so much for me. Miss Robinson, recognized her in elementary, but so much to help. JD was here last night until about midnight with me getting stuff finalized for today, and Miss Lewis was here until about 11, and just so many people that do so much for me personally, and I'm extremely grateful. I think that's it. I am excited to end this school year and to close it up. And I will see you in August. Take care. Be safe. Parents, good luck. And we'll see you soon.